Hi everyone, welcome to Drive and Fail 49, and this is all about drivers' inattentiveness. My viewer enters a roundabout, and it's a big multi-lane roundabout, and nearly gets taken out by a car emerging. Wow, that was close. A lack of observation is a huge factor in most accidents. This video has been sponsored by Car Vertical. This clip also involves some terrible observation and some more cyclists being put at risk. My viewer driving a Tesla did a great job of minimising risk in the only way that they could do. They stopped. Some poor observing from what looks like to be the instructor in this clip. Or did they just not care?
Jesus Christ.
This one's definitely didn't see and didn't care. What a horrible individual this guy is. Here's some more terrible impatient observing. And it's the mirror of the cyclist that we're watching. The van behind is about to attempt an overtake on this blind bend, and it's a good job they don't commit to going past. My viewer was well onto it, but I'm not sure how stable the bicycle would have been off the tarmac. So here's another clip to show you. My viewer does a good job of making themselves visible and showing intention, but the van driver emerging does a terrible job. Again, observations are awful. Another good fix just to slow down and make it as non-event as possible. As you probably know, Car Vertical has been sponsoring my channel for a while now, and before I go on to say a few words about their services, I'd just like to state that I only advertise products and services that I would be happy to use myself. Car Vertical is a service that provides vehicle history checks in 35 countries. They get data from over 900 sources and then show it in one simple report. Their main goal is to help used car buyers avoid dishonest dealers, unwanted repair costs, and find out the true history of a car. You can quickly and easily find relevant information that will help you make an informed decision whether or not the vehicle you are looking at has a hidden past. This 2010 Ford Focus has had a little bit of a shunt, but straight away the Car Vertical report shows you there's a warning for damage. There are many pictures showing the extent of the collision, but a bit further down on the report it also shows you that it's been repaired. It's got pretty low mileage for a 2010 vehicle, and the mileage records show no concern. I always find the timelines at the end of the report particularly useful because it shows information on any MOT fails and the reasons why. If we look at the 2 failed inspections in 2020, that may have links to the area damaged in the collision. There are a number of reasons for failure from the offside front of the vehicle, which was where the damage occurred. Even if you decided to purchase this vehicle, this information could help you secure a decent discount. Please check out my link in the description, and by using the code Ashley, you can save yourself 10% when you're checking out your next potential purchase. The driver my viewer has to stop for coming round this corner isn't observing effectively. It's pretty obvious that this is a two-way road, isn't it? Have a look at the arrow on the floor that they've just driven past. I didn't see the flashing lights, the barriers, the road markings on the floor, or even the train tracks.
Come through!
I'm using the word oblivious.
Idiot.
Again, someone else who's obviously not paying enough attention. My viewer asked the question, how the hell did they get there? I don't think this learner motorcyclist was observing anything but the space they were overtaking in. It's a good job the driver in front was keeping an eye on the mirrors. Nice job. This clip has nothing to do with observation, it's just all about a terrible attitude. We've seen a few lorry drivers do this recently. Is this more common than I actually perceive? My viewer dealt with this impeccably.
It's coming out.
Nutter.
Keep some distance from the neutral zone. Rescue.
He's flashing me. It's crazy, the one behind me.
Oh.
He's about a metre behind me.
Oh my god, I didn't see him. Jesus. In fact, I would have tucked it behind him then.
It's good to see another one of my viewers using a Technologic camera. You can get an extra 5% discount on these by using the links in the description and the code AshleyNeil. I use these myself because I think they're one of the best cameras at picking up number plates. There's rarely ever any blur. In this clip my viewer again makes things better, but I'm sure the lorry driver saw my viewer, so it's not a case of poor observations. This lorry driver just didn't care whatsoever.
Really? DE71HTT. You should know better, mate.
As we've just seen, and I'm sure you all know, sometimes people will see you and they don't care anyway.
And what do you do when you're not cheating at poker, I mean? Tuckerman chortled, keenly aware that Faisal's bodyguard didn't approve of this budding new friendship. I lead a high-wire act with Cirque du Soleil over at the Bellagio. You should come see us. Faisal laughed and clapped him on the back, saying to Mamoon, call up to the suite and make sure there are enough girls. Mamoon began to protest. Just do it, Mamoon. I'm not in the mood to argue this evening. I've decided I'm going to get these men.
That's all we've got. Who thinks that wasn't the end of it? Observations when emerging are obviously important, but I think this lorry driver knew they were going to interrupt the flow when they pulled out. My viewer did well, but I don't think any of us were expecting this. Is this actually legal? At last we've got a clip where someone's observing properly. This Tesla driver's using all the road space. Be honest, let me know in the comments if you actually went for that. Don't forget that pedestrians also lack observational skills sometimes. You've got to look after them. This tree didn't observe properly. Multi-lane roundabouts can be quite complex, so make sure you're watching out for people's observation here too, because you can often spot the people who are going to be a problem to you who aren't observing well enough. But remember, good road users can usually fix other people's poor observation. As always, thanks a lot for tuning in and your continued support. Keep safe. I'll see you soon.